I'm going to talk a little bit about the animation for Flash games, or applied game theory, with an emphasis on Flash. And that's what I'll be kind of lecturing on today. This is all. It's kind of. I'm going to give you kind of a gee whiz overview in a lot of ways. We'll look at a lot of neat stuff. Probably get a volunteer from the audience to play a game or two. You look like too close. Yeah, okay. And then I'll certainly take your questions. Let's go ahead and let's try, Richard. Let's click on this one right here, the stunt bike. This is an example of what the introductory class is like. You make a runtime demo, a prototype, with all the graphics, all the animation. Now this is not interactive, you're just watching this, but this is to basically do all the work and sell the idea in a sense. But basically it's doing all the work that you hand to a programmer and they program it, okay? So the purpose of applied game theory for Flash games is to basically apply the theory, make all this stuff, yeah, let it run again. You know, the goal here, and he's achieved this, that you have no question what his game is supposed to be, right? Okay. All the animation, so when you go to the programming side, all the work that's already been done, all the artwork, it's just a matter of now then, we've organized it in a way so that the second class is ActionScript for Flash games. It can be programmed. So I teach the first half and prep all that stuff. I kind of set them up, and the other class knocks them back, in a sense. Okay, we got that? Richard, let's try another one. Go ahead and close that out. Okay, let's try the Closet Monster Mayhem to the left of it here real quick. There you go. This is another example, now for something completely different. Kind of macho male one, now here's kind of a feminine one. And again, the point here is to be able to explain what will happen. But you'll notice now, I mean, those of you that play Flash games, Newgrounds, Yahoo games, such like that, this is pretty standard fare, right? In terms of what you're used to seeing. Okay. So just, side scroller, Mario Brothers-y kind of game. Nice and cute. Let's try another one here. So at this stage, maybe I can get a volunteer from the audience. Richard, if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to let maybe this guy over here. What's your name?
Deb.
Deb?
Tim.
Tim, sorry, hello, deafness. Can you click on Utter Chaos right there? Let's try that one. And this is an actual working game. Can we let Tim sit down and just do it real quick? And then Richard, you'll be back in a sec. Don't go away. Okay. So this is a game that's fully completed. This is the result of a two-semester back-to-back thing. Now we've got your intro screen. Now again, this is completely made by a student. I had a lot to do with getting the animation. And yes, it's slightly obscene. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop him. That is an utter. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the game. All right. Okay. All right. Now, this game has actually gone on. This was made a couple years ago. This game has gone on to, create a fair amount of fame for George Scaleris. I haven't kept in touch with him lately, but I had a lot of fun working with him on this. Particularly the cow animation, what things are happening with that. This is what animators obsess on, little nerdy things, like, the thing flapping in the back of its head, the little sparkles, on the thing, the speed of the clouds as they go by, what the explosions look like. Yeah, it's all good. That's exactly the reaction we're looking for here, okay? All right. So, this is the whole, George has had a great time. And yes, scatological humor is alive and well on the internet, no doubts. Okay, you getting a high score? You're doing pretty good, man. Have you played this before?
I think more of this can be improved is by making it so you can't just pretty much stand and fire.
Okay, so does that mean you're going to take my class and do better than this? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, totally.
Okay, good. I'm holding you to that, man. Tim, I got your name now, man. Okay, no, he's doing really great, actually. And you'll notice that the challenge accelerates. And we'll show you more examples of that. But I think what I'm trying to emphasize is here, those of you that are used to Flash games out there in the world, you should be impressed that a student can make something like this and, that make it as, oh, that's it, you're fired, Tim. That's it, man. Oh! Okay. Let's do something, Tim, just out of, okay.
Okay, never mind, I take my place back.
Okay, no, it's all right. Okay, let's give a round of applause. Good job, Tim. Way to go. No, don't go anywhere. No, Tim, stay there, bud. Hey, Tim, stay there. I got one more for you. Okay, let's do one thing. Just play again real quick, dude, and don't fight. Just go ahead and just hit play. Just let the cow just sit there. I want to show you guys something. Just hit start game. Okay, just let the cow just sit there. Don't do anything. The AI program, it's not really artificial intelligence, but you kind of program in a sense, well, he died immediately. Let him go a couple more times, because sometimes he'll just sit there and the UFOs can't quite find him. But they're finding him immediately now. Okay, never mind. They put him up there. Yeah, see what happens. And the idea here is the programming is something that I'm not a programmer. I certainly work with programmers all the time. I appreciate them greatly because they make all my stuff work. Utter failure, yeah. Try just one more time, dude. Because I did this last night in prep a little bit, and he just sat there, and the UFOs didn't know what to do with him. Yeah, there you go. And after a while, you see that this is sort of an independent thing that's just kind of happening. And if you just stay put in some, there's kind of sweet spots here every once in a while that he doesn't know where you are, you know. Okay, finally got him. Okay, anyway, that's just a little bit. That's about the extent of my programming knowledge. Yeah, go ahead and close that one. That's good. I think we've had a lot of fun with the cows. Let's go ahead and do the ninja duel on the upper right. Yeah, that one in there. Okay, let's see what you can do with that. Now, I think it's the arrow keys, and then your space bar is your jump. Or is it your space bar your jump, or your up key is? You got it all figured out? So pretty soon the red guy, move around here. Where did the red guy go? Should be here someplace. He was working last night. Wait a minute. Okay, keep doing stuff until the red guy shows up. There he is. Okay. So now we're going to deconstruct this one a little bit. We'll get into the guts of how this is put together. You know, I'll show you the back end. We're just looking at the fun, pretty stuff after it's all the hard work is over with. This is one of those games that I don't think the sound effects are working. I'm just going to see if he can actually beat the red guy. And don't tell him, but it's impossible to beat the red guy. Okay. Yeah. You'll see. Well, you're doing pretty good, actually. We'll break this into pieces here. But you'll see we're talking about, now this is nerdy animation guy stuff, but multiple planes of motion. We've got one level here, a second level here, and a third level in the back. That gives an artificial sense of depth, a sense of dimension when there really is none. And these are the sort of things that I really obsess about. And this is the essentially what my job is in a lot of ways. Is the class runs like this. We'll do a lot of introductory stuff. The 50-minute lectures where we kind of lay out. It's like a huddle before the play in football. We get ready, break. We spend the first 50 minutes pretty much talking about what we're going to be doing for the week, and then I run labs. Usually about 2 hours every day, and then Fridays I do about an 8-hour or 6-hour lab, where a lot of it is hands-on stuff, where I'm pretty much shoulder to shoulder with the students, kind of going around. They get started. They do a lot of stuff on their own. We have online tutorials. I'll show you some examples of that. But then a lot of what I do and what a lot of the instructors do in the lab format is literally just is the classic mentoring thing, where you think like way back in the day when it was an apprenticeship program. It's kind of like that. I work with them very closely, and kind of the big philosophy here at UAT and a lot of schools that are progressive are your student-centered learning, constructivist learning theory, which is what my graduate degree was all about. Okay, have you beaten this thing? You haven't, but you've lasted longer than most, I gotta say, because it's impossible to beat the red guy. Are we sick yet? Are we gross? Is it like enough? Just die already, dude. Okay.
We're getting negative help.
There's still a few bugs in the system, obviously. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. Let's give Tim a round of applause. Thank you, sir. Okay. Thanks, man. Let's go to UAT Flash Games prototypes. I'm in the process of making kind of an internal Newgrounds for UAT. We're going to call it, I don't know what, UAT Grounds or something. We'll come up with a cooler name than that. This is kind of the beginning. Let's do this is more recent stuff. Let's go ahead and do Daniel Jones, the Pond Wars. Yeah, that's that one. I really like how good this looks. Really big if it'll load. There you go. And again, this is a runtime demo. So now I'm back to the first semester, the 2-semester arc. So my focus in these classes, now there's no sound on this, but my focus on these classes is character animation, character design, little things like getting the little ripples to look good so the thing kind of flexes, giving that the illusion that you're in water, all this kind of stuff. It's very much something I can't lecture en masse to the students. I kind of give overviews, and then I work with the students one-on-one to get little things like little wiggle cycles. Now that B is way too big, and that bothered me. But now you'll notice, I don't know if you guys remember the first stuff I showed, the older school stuff, the outside edges of artwork is very jaggy. You notice that this is very smooth now? Okay, this is what, it's no big deal probably on the user side, but for those of us on the production side, it's a big leap forward to go from bitmap graphics, which is what the older things were, now to vector-based graphics, which basically means it's math that then interpolates the graphics. So it redraws this stuff on the fly at 12 frames a second. I know it's kind of nerdy, but it just makes things look better. Let's put it that way. and they're faster over the internet to download. So I was really proud of this because I thought he did a really good job. A student had never taken a class like this before, had an artistic temperament, and then we did illustrations of these, and then I showed him how to kind of modify that stuff to kind of make it his own. So let's try another one. Go ahead and close that one out entirely. Let's keep looking around. In a second, we'll look at one of Richard's. Let's do blue guy up in the one in the middle there. Yeah, there you go. Again, these are brand spanking new. We did these last semester, and this is the first time any of these students have ever made anything that people have ever seen. This is just now, again, this is a runtime prototype, but it's very robust, I think. He's basically worked out all the details. He's got a couple levels here. Again, my role is not so much on, I mean, certainly the game design is a good gameplay, but all the little nerdy details about how to make those things sparkle and look cool, how to do a good run cycle, how to make that, get the illusion of motion, even with just a simple little stick figure character. And I'll show you some stuff of much more sophisticated characters in a second. How many people have played a game like this already? You know what I'm saying? The side-scroller genre, it's all there, right? There's only about 6 real genres of games and a bazillion different variants. So I'm really happy with these things. Anyone familiar with, what am I thinking of? The Jetsons? They're little, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly, the robot made in the Jetsons. That's what we have here. I don't think he meant to do that until it was happening. I'm like, are you making the robot made in the Jetsons? Let's do that. But I like this game in that he's really worked out all the details, a lot of the behaviorist hooks to make you want to keep playing. You know, the reward aspect of it. You know, and you know, more complicated and more challenging as you go through the levels. So okay, so let's try another one. To give you an example here, go ahead and close that one. Let's do the I'm going to save the best for last, bro.
Thompson.
Which one?
Jared Thompson. I'm just wondering what that's.
Do you know who Jared is? Yeah, that's who Jared's. Yes, that was going to be the next one. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. Okay. Now this has got a little bit more sophisticated animation. Having people have seen Samurai Jack and the one with this is the animation show. Remember the one with the Scottish guy? And they go with these redneck alligators and they fight them and all that? Okay, here's the redneck alligators, robot redneck alligators, I guess. Now, this kind of fun stuff. Again, nerdy stuff, but like when he scrambles up, I'm really happy with that. See how he kind of climbs up? It'll do another one in a second. That there. It's just, you know, just stuff that I like to do. You know, it kind of
like when he gets on the edge there,
yeah.
He actually grabs on.
That's what I'm saying. That little scramble animation, we kind of worked on that a little bit to get that to look cooler.
A bazooka in your back can never hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Back bazookas are the way to go if you're in the Flash world. So again, this is again a student who had never done a Flash game before, didn't really have a lot of animation or illustration techniques. You know, just sort of over the course of 15 weeks and spent a lot of time in the lab with me. Really kind of got there. Okay, all right. Let's try another one here real quick. How about okay? Let's try that for something completely different. Let's try the ESA Army. Yeah, that crazy thing. This one's a little disturbing. You did a good job on it though. Anime, of course, is a big influence around here, and you know he's doing his own sound effects. We'll get into the details of how this is done in a second. Well, not this one specifically.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'm just happy it's a girl. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Except even though we're killing her with like, you know, little robot arms and all that stuff. So there you have it. Original character designs. He does his own work. The backgrounds are kind of wrong. I try to tend to let you do huge bitmap graphics. Let's try another one. Hey, Richard, well, all right, let's go ahead and show yours, man. I'm the serious games professor here. This is games that train. Basically educational games, but now we're getting towards simulations, doing things in 3D. Richard decided to make a serious game, in a sense. The target audience here for this would be, we kind of talked about Richard, it would be kind of pre-med students or people in high school that are learning general biology, but the idea is, now this is not finished yet. He actually programmed some of this. I do not teach programming. He pretty much taught himself programming enough, and I gave him tutorials and got you started. But this is one of the few actual functioning games. Did some really nice work, I think, inside the cell itself by moving those little elements around. Like, we'll get into details about how that's accomplished. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be making bacterial Twinkies. Is that what we got here?
Honestly, I've just seen a picture on Google and I tried to.
Well, you did a great job, Richard. Again, for a first semester, you know, one of 5 classes you took in the semester, I think you did a fantastic job. The idea here is eventually, you know, it's an identification. You play this game, and you get more than the Twinkie here. You get all sorts of bacteria and viruses that are in the bloodstream, and then you can freeze it, right? We were talking about that, and freeze it, and then you can get a little information about what the blood Twinkie is there, and whatever else is in there. So you play the game, you learn, you have fun. All the behaviors hooks are in there of a regular game. That's the whole point of a serious game. Is it can't be just serious. It has to be fun. You have to want to do it just like any other game. But the magic is we also sort of embed information